Alright, so today's video is going to be very interesting, guys, and here's why. Thing is, in the past few days, I've been building a lot of budget related PC builds, right? Like there was a 12K super budget build, then there was a 25K PC, 30K PC as well. But most of these budget and affordable gaming PCs like didn't have a dedicated GPU. Now, well, that was because we wanted to keep the cost down, right? So what happened is a lot of you people were commenting in my other videos like, hey Vimal, can you please add a dedicated GPU to those same builds and show us how much performance difference do we get while gaming? And that is what exactly I'll be doing in this video, guys. And let me tell you, when you add a dedicated graphic card to those existing builds, the performance boost is incredible. You'll be able to do like super smooth 1080p gaming, that too at very good frame rates as well as graphic settings, guys. See, for example, today we'll be taking this 30K PC because this was what highly requested by you guys. This was using a configuration from AMD. I have used AMD's Ryzen 5 3400G, guys. It was an APU with a built-in Vega 11 graphics, and using this system, guys, you could do like basic 1080p gaming. You could play most of the previous older gen games at low graphic settings, lowest settings, with decent frame rates of around like 50 to 60 fps. But you can't do gaming with today's games, guys. For example, the recent Assassin's Creed Valhalla came out, Watch Dogs Legion is there. You can't play those sort of games at 1080p resolution with good frame rates. It's like literally not possible. That's because you don't have a dedicated graphic card, and to play these sort of games you definitely need a graphic card, guys. And for that purpose, see, I'm not gonna put an expensive GPU over there. I'll be using a mid-range graphic card which is from Nvidia. This is a 1660 Super, guys. It costs somewhere around like 19 to 20,000 rupees. Now this budget of graphic card is completely depending on you. If you want to do very good 1080p gaming at high graphic settings and you want a solid rock solid 60 fps, then I would definitely suggest you to go with a minimum of 1660 Super. But again, all the people don't have budgets of around like 19-20,000, right? And if you're tight on a budget, then you can maybe go with the Radeon RX 5500 XT costing around like 15,000 rupees. That is also pretty decent. So these are the minimum requirements, guys, if you want to do 1080p 60 fps gaming at high graphics settings. And if you have higher budget, see, for example, some people want to do maybe like higher resolution gaming, 1440p or even 4K, and these sort of requirements, you need more powerful graphic cards, guys, like maybe a 2070 or at least a 2060 Super, something like that. But see, today this is a 30K build, right? I don't want to increase the budget too far beyond. That's why I'll be adding this 1660 Super, so you can make an excellent 1080p gaming beast around like 50,000 rupees. So this is the graphic card I'm using. This is a very affordable 1660 Super, and it's from Inno3D, the Twin X2 model. Pretty compact graphic card, fits in almost any sort of case. So I'll be adding this to this PC build and show you how much performance difference you'll be getting while gaming. So I'll be playing a couple of AAA title games, guys. Now I have also changed the list of games that I usually play. See, we've got almost all the brand new games coming out right now, and people would usually build a PC to play these games only, right? Now apart from GTA 5, I don't guess people are gonna play some old 4 or 5-year-old games, right? So that's why I'll be testing all the brand new games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs Legion, and also I'm including Shadow of the Tomb Raider in this benchmark. So without wasting any more time, I'll just quickly add that and show you the benchmarks. So guys, 1660 Super is based on Nvidia's Turing architecture, featuring 6 gigs of GDDR6 VRAM with a base clock frequency of 1530 MHz and a boost clock frequency of 1785 MHz. It's a good matchup for the Ryzen 5 CPU, and you can expect excellent 1080p gaming experience. We'll be playing a couple of AAA title games at 1080p resolution, very high to high graphics, and check out the results. Starting off with GTA 5. Holy moly, are you guys looking at that gameplay? buttery smooth performance even in such intense action scenes. We were easily getting an average of around 75 frames per second at 1080p max graphics in GTA 5. Keep in mind that I'm also screen recording simultaneously on this system, so that also affects the performance a bit. Otherwise, you can easily expect 8 to 10 FPS higher than what you're actually seeing. You can see the complete PC stats at the top left corner, like the CPU and GPU utilizations, temperatures, and even their clock frequencies. Right now in this 30k build, we are using a stock AMD cooler. But instead of this, if we get a better air cooler or maybe a 120mm liquid cooler, then you can easily push the clock frequencies up to 4.3 GHz and squeeze out a bit more performance boost out of the CPU. Anyways, keeping that aside, excellent results we are seeing here in GTA 5. Let's move on to the next one, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now this is a very graphic intensive game that puts a whole lot of stress even on expensive and powerful builds of today's day. Let's see how the benchmarks go. First, we are testing out a 1080p resolution medium graphics preset. See, initially I thought of playing the game in the story mode, but while testing configuration performances like this, the game's benchmark mode is much more effective as it goes through a lot of variety of scenes, lighting conditions, and puts a bit more load on the configuration. That's why we are doing it like this. Wow, not bad guys. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is running at a rock solid 60 FPS on this PC. Very nice. Now let's increase the graphics quality to high preset and then check out the results. Okay, pretty good results actually. I am seeing an average of around 43 to 45 FPS at 1080p high graphics preset. Again, keep in mind that we are screen recording at the same time, so in reality if you turn it off you can expect around 50 FPS on an average. That means you'll have a great time playing games like Valhalla, Odyssey at 1080p high settings on this configuration. Next on the list is Watch Dogs Legion. See, Legion also has very impressive graphics and is currently one of the trending games that everyone wants to play. So I'm curious how it will perform on this particular build. If this PC pulls through this with excellent results, then guys, no matter what AAA title game you want to play on this rig, it can easily handle it without any sweat. Oh my god. Guys, even in this graphic intensive action scene going on there, we were easily seeing an average of around 50 FPS frame rate and the max frame rate hit around like 75 to 80 FPS. I am telling you, you'll be very happy with the results. Lastly, let's also try Shadow of the Tomb Raider. By the way guys, I've also seen that a lot of people also have questions and doubts regarding RAM, like how does this affect the PC performance? Like what's the difference between having 8GB RAM, 16GB or even 32 gigs of RAM? Why it matters and how much performance difference do you actually see by upgrading the RAM? Let me know if you guys want to see a dedicated video on RAM configurations, capacity and clock speeds and how much difference does it make in actual real world gaming, and I'll definitely do that. Holy smokes, that was awesome, right? Like, seriously, by adding a simple graphic card in your existing, like, super affordable 30,000 rupees PC, you can make it a 1080p gaming beast, guys. Like, literally, I've played the most graphic intensive, newest game titles that were launched just a few days ago, and this PC could easily play all these games like buttery smooth at 1080p graphics, guys. That is awesome, right? So, see, simple. If you want to do excellent 1080p 60 fps gaming, then these sort of graphic cards are must, guys. These are necessary. See, if you were able to play these sort of intensive AAA title graphic intensive games, then you can probably play any games on this sort of configuration. So that is pretty much it, guys. So today we got to check out what happens when you add a good mid-range 1080p graphic card, like maybe a 1660 Super to a 30k PC. Next time, we made that 12k PC also, right? There also I'll add some really nice graphic card suitable for that budget, and I'll show you how much performance difference you'll observe when you add a graphic card to those sort of super affordable builds, guys. Let me know what do you think about it, and which graphic card should I go for that one in the comment section down below, and I'll definitely try to get that. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more new awesome videos, and I'll see you all in my next one.